Morning, everyone. I know it's been, I don't even know, maybe it's been a couple weeks since I made a video. Anyways, still here. I'm still doing what I am supposed to be doing. A little bit of life has gotten in the way of me making my videos, so my children, for some reason, when I was going to school, which was not overly long ago, I don't remember having so many days off of school. My son, both my kids go to two different schools. My son will have 3 Fridays off in November, this month. And then he also had a Thursday off last week. So this is why I'm behind on making my videos. So last week, both my kids didn't have any school Thursday and Friday. Then they got sick, like extremely sick, coughing, runny nose, like can't breathe. The little one was saying like her tummy was upset and stuff. So they're just kind of getting over it now. So yeah, so no school, then they're sick, and because my daughter only goes part-time, right, so one week it's Tuesday, Thursday, and the next week is Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but then all these Fridays that have been off, she hasn't been there. So anyways, just so you understand, like I can do videos when they're here. They're gonna be screaming in the background and bugging me and maybe fighting with each other and stuff, and it just would make for a horrible video. Not that these are the greatest videos, but it's my update, and that's all I mean, if you're watching, you're wanting to know about the update, so not about my like lovely backdrop and stuff like that. So anyways, so let's talk about what I've been going through or how I've been feeling since my last video. Number one thing, okay, I feel it's like a 50-50 thing with like constipation. Like I've always dealt with constipation my whole life. I never knew what it was like to go to the bathroom regularly, consistently, the way that you should. So once I started eating this way and it started to make me go, then I started to realize just how bad it was. But with that said, I still don't go all the time like I feel I should. I mean, I don't know, like I actually at this point, I don't know what is normal in terms of like how many times a day, if it's once a day, if you should be going 3 times a day. I really have no idea. I haven't come across that information yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. So I feel like even at least it should happen once a day, minimum. And it's always like hit and miss with me. So for, I think it was like 2-3 days, it could have even been 4. It was when the kids were home and they were sick, so I just lost track. I didn't go. I'm like, what is going on? Because before that, for quite some time, it was a regular thing to just once in the morning go. And I got quite used to that, which was nice. And then all of a sudden, like, nothing. And like, this isn't the first time it's happened, but this is the cycle that it goes in. So this was happening, and I feel like it's probably due to I find that when I eat like beans or lentils, anything really high in fiber, I got it. I'm in there. So I feel like I haven't been eating as much of that stuff lately, and I've been eating more, say, little bit more pasta. And then, of course, I eat white rice, so there's not like tons of fiber, but I also fill it with vegetables as well. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And like the water thing, I eat like, I believe this is a liter. I get at least 2 of these a day. And Dr. McDougall's recommendations on water, he doesn't overly have any. He has said, drink when you're thirsty. So I do. So I don't know if that is the issue as well. I'm assuming it's a fiber thing. So that's what I'm chalking it up to be. So I had a little stall in my weight. But actually in October I lost the 4 pounds, which you guys already know. And then because I wasn't going, when I weighed myself the following week, I hit the scale, and my scale is funny. Keep that in mind. It says that I gained 8 ounces, which I totally could have because I wasn't going to the washroom. So that sucked. Like I'm doing everything right, and I'm gaining weight. Okay, so I was like, whatever. I get it, right? I haven't been to the washroom. That's probably the reason. So then the next week, I still hadn't really been going properly. And I weighed myself, and I had lost 4 ounces because I finally went a couple times, but still nothing worth talking about, really. So yeah, so instead of 179, I'm 179.4. Drives me crazy. So, with that said, I've really been contemplating, if you haven't heard of the modified version of the starch solution called McDougall's Maximum Weight Loss, I'll just explain it a little bit. What it is a modified version of the starch solution. So, it's basically the same thing minus a few side things. So, number one, while people go to the maximum weight loss program who are like extremely heavy and want to lose weight quickly, or just people who want to lose weight quickly, and this would be the way to do it. So number one, you avoid all flours. So any type of flour products, you don't eat bread, buns, bagels, pretzels, any flour products. You don't eat those. What else? You limit your simple sugar. So yes, you can have like maple syrup, but it's more of just like maybe a teaspoon, like just a very small amount. Some people would want to watch their salt intake, and especially for someone like me who's already like really swollen and inflamed, maybe it's the salt. I don't really know, so I'm gonna totally cut back because I use a lot of salt. To be honest, I use a lot of salt. I salt everything. I don't tend to salt my cooking, but my food I do, which Dr. McDougall says is okay as long as you're not cooking with the salt and you're only salting the top of your food just to give it a little taste. Whereas I'll eat like however much of a layer, and then, I end up adding a little bit more. A lot more. So I really need to cut down on that. Like, so I'm going low sodium. So like I haven't made vegetable broth yet, so I buy the box stuff. And I just buy like the regular one, but they do make a low sodium version, so I'm going to buy that. You're allowed to use like condiments and stuff still. So I use ketchup. Usually if I make fries and stuff, I'll use ketchup. So I want to get like a low sodium ketchup and just cut down on the salt, cut right down on the sugars. What else does he say? Like, for your plate wise, so starch is still going to be the centerpiece of your meal. Don't forget that. He wants you to start out 1/3 your plate vegetables, and then the rest a starch. And then if your weight slows or it's not going as fast as you like or whatever the case is, you can move it to half the plate vegetables and half the plate your starch. So I'm gonna do his recommendations. I'll start off with 1/3 and then we'll go from there. There's actually 3 different levels of the McDougall maximum weight loss. So if one's not working, I can move to the next. It just gets more, you tend to add just more low calorie, yellow and green vegetables. Instead of eating more starch, you would eat more vegetable. And then you kind of eat I think he has you eating salads, either salads or a bunch of vegetables before your starch. Fill up on that stuff first and then move to your starch. So that's basically it. So it's all the same thing. I'm limiting a little bit more because I want to lose the weight faster. He says anyone who is at least 30 pounds overweight, this would be a good thing for. So I bought his book. I've been reading the McDougall's Maximum Weight Loss book. And in a controlled environment, when he had run a 10-day program for the maximum weight loss, the average people averaged about 4.5 pounds a week in a controlled environment. Homesteading is anywhere from 6 pounds to 15 pounds a month. So, and then it also probably, well, I know for a fact that it does depend on, it depends on exercise. Now he does say, I don't need to be vigorously exercising. He's like, the no pain, no gain thing, forget about it. Unless you're trying to be a bodybuilder or gain a lot of muscle, exercise should be enjoyable, he says. So do things like biking, walking, swimming, tennis or basketball, something that's fun, something that that is going to keep you wanting to go back. So here in Canada right now, we don't have any snow anymore. It's gone, but it's supposed to be coming in a week. Could be here sooner. Maybe it won't. So that doesn't really make it too fun to be walking outside. So I think that I'm going to, I was talking about getting a gym membership. I still haven't done that yet, but maybe I'll do that so that I can use the treadmills and stuff like that, just to start off with. And maybe later on I'll want to tone or define, and maybe I'll lift some weights or do, some kind of muscle exercises instead of so much aerobic or cardio, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I won't be switching right away. I have to wean myself off of coffee. Another thing. I know it's not good for me. It tastes delicious, but I know it's not good for me, and I know it's not helping my health, and I know it's not helping in any other aspects. Coffee raises your cholesterol. There's just, there can be some good things to it, but for the most part, I think I'm ready to let it go. I just need to get there. So I need to wean off of that, and then I'm probably gonna sub with tea. I'll probably do tea because I like to have that hot cup of something. So, and tea's okay. Tea's allowed on the any McDougall program. Herbal tea is allowed. So I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be starting, but I will be, because I'm not finished the book yet. I never start anything until I'm done the book. I did the same thing with the starch solution. And then, of course, like I said, I have to wean off the coffee. I actually learned something a few days ago. I don't know why, but I happened to read the ingredients on my almond milk. So I use silk almond milk for my coffee. The kids use it in cereal sometimes too. I just happened to be reading, and I come across, I think it was sunflower lecithin, and I had heard people talking about it and it not being very good, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know why. Come to find out, like, lecithins are a form of oil, which help make things like creamier and taste good and so on, and that has it in it, and every other nut milk on the shelf has it in it, either that or oil. So I'm like, oh, bummer. Like, seriously, it's in everything. You can't get away from it. The only way to get away from it is to make your own. So I'm gonna try that. And I also said I wanted to try making oat milk. Because it's so convenient just to buy it, once I stop buying that stuff and having it in the house, then I'm going to be trying to make my own. So I just need to get myself a nut milk bag. Otherwise, it looks super easy. The nut milk bag, and because it catches all the chunks. And the straining is probably the most annoying part, because that does take a while to push through all the liquid. Other than that, it's fairly easy. So, and I won't even be using that on the maximum weight loss anyhow. I'll be drinking water or tea, just more or less for the kids. They like to have it in their cereal sometimes. So, yeah. So that was a good learning. Read. Don't trust anything. I should know this by now. I've done this a million times. So don't trust anything. Yeah. So that is my goal. So, I mean, don't feel as though, I mean, if you're doing the starch solution or thinking about it, don't feel as though I'm abandoning you, because I'm still doing the starch solution, just a modified form. So the maximum weight loss. They actually have a group on Facebook. I think it's just, is it McDougall's Maximum Weight Loss, or is it spelled MMWL on Facebook? So I'm part of that. Get some support and be able to ask questions and stuff, because if you're anything like me, I feel like anytime I try something new, I'm so like nervous almost. I'm nervous because I don't know how I'm going to do it right, if I'm going to be messing up. I don't want to mess up, and whatever. I'll get over it quickly. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. So with that said, once I start exercising, the weight should start coming off a lot more. And he does say, he's like, you don't have to exercise to lose weight on this. And same with the starch solution, right? But I don't think I'm incorporating enough vegetables or fiber or something. And I find if I go the maximum weight loss route, I don't know, it's almost like retraining myself to do that. And also I want to start using less salt and sugar and all that stuff. And it just gives me a reason to. I'm that kind of person who needs like rules, kind of. Yeah. So that is what's going to be coming. When I had said that my weigh scale sometimes I think gives me accurate numbers, and then other times it just doesn't give me accurate numbers and it can't be trusted. So I finally got out the measuring tape and I've measured this morning. So as of today, I don't have anything to compare to, so I'm starting from today. As of today, my waist, so around the tummy area, is 42 inches. Then I measured around the bust area, which was 40 inches. And then I measured, excuse me, I don't know if someone's coming here. No. And then I measured around my hips, which was 45 inches. So, yeah, I'll probably do that like once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. But now I'll have something to compare to. More accurate than that scale. And I'm going to the doctor today. So I'm going to weigh myself on the doctor scale. Maybe that will be a little more accurate. I'm actually going to the doctor today because I've told you guys that I'm losing my hair. I've been losing my hair for 5 years. Yeah, it was right after I had my daughter. So initially it started to break. So I had all these like short hairs sticking up all over the place, and then it just started to just fall out. And like more than ever now. I'm noticing it so much more. You can see there's kind of like a patch here, right? You see that big gap there? That is not normal for me. I have really thick hair. So when I say my hair is falling out and I'm noticing now, that's a big deal because my hair is so thick, and like I've said, this has been going on for 5 years. How much hair did I really have? There was a lot of hair there. So I'm noticing bigger gaps. Yeah, over there too. It's like all over my pillow in the morning. It is in every nook and cranny in this house. I don't know. Hair is a big deal, And now I've had my thyroid tested. I went to see like a holistic, what was she? Like a naturopath a couple years ago, and she had noticed thinning, and she thought my thyroid was out, so put me on these pills, and it didn't do anything. I went and had my thyroid tested, and it was completely fine, apparently. Then I come to find out that there's like a whole panel that can be tested. It's not just one basic test. So I want to get that done, because if it turns out to be, I think it's like hyperthyroidism. It's like they're lining. Don't quote me. I'm just going off of things that I've read quite a while ago. So I could be wrong, but it's something about the lining of your thyroid. Once it's gone, like it's gone. There is no bringing it back, even with diet. It doesn't matter. So then you're on medication for the rest of your life. But if that's the case, then I need to figure it out, because I need to get this medication to stop my hair from falling out. Yeah. So I'm getting that done. I want that done. And then also, I think I've discovered something. So I was telling you guys that I'm dealing with like zits, like acne, extremely dry skin, like so dry, you guys. It feels like sandpaper. And it's always red, like here, my nose and my forehead. And my husband said something about, he had come across some kind of ad or something about rosacea, and he's like, maybe that's what it is. So when I went on and started reading like all this stuff, totally sounds like what I have. I can't diagnose myself, but that would be my honest guess. So I think we'll see. I might bring it up to the doctor just to see what he has to say. Like, he might say, oh, we'll need to send you to like a dermatologist or something, which is fine. I'll go and hear them out, hear what they have to say. But will I take any medication? No. I'm on this diet to help reverse things, which I know if there is, and there's obviously some underlying something, and I know eventually this diet will take care of it, but I just would like to know. You know, I'm curious to know if I'm right or wrong, and just to see what it is. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that today. And actually, I'm not good with this stuff. I had said to my husband, like back when we went vegan, that we should go have our blood work done, just like find out what our cholesterol is and all our numbers and stuff. And we never did that. Like, I had my blood work done to make sure it was all okay, protein, stuff like that, B12. But I never got like a printout of what it was. That would have been the most drastic difference. Seeing as how it's like 10 months in. So I might get that done as well. And then he just went to a doctor the other day and is getting all his blood work and stuff done as well finally. So his B12, protein, all that kind of stuff, and cholesterol as well. He's getting that all checked out. So we'll have a reference, say from a year from now, but from the very beginning, it would have been nice to know. Yeah, so, and then one more thing also I've noticed is being tired. For a little span there for a while, I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks, maybe it was 3 weeks, I don't really know, but I was feeling so good and tons of energy and just wanted to like walk and be outside and doing things and stuff. Well, the last like 2 weeks, I don't know what it is, but I've seriously needed to lay down a couple times Today is another one of those days where I feel like I need a nap. It's odd. Like, I'm not cheating. I'm eating the way I'm supposed to. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't get it. So hopefully that goes away, because like I've said a million times, I'm tired of being tired. Anywho, today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Remembrance Day in Canada. So the children do not have school again tomorrow, and then it's the weekend. But it's a long weekend, so my husband will be home getting work done on the house, which will be awesome. So I probably won't make another video for another week, but I mean, how much can things change in between then, right? So I will leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoy your day, your weekend, and we'll see you next time.